All right, God bless you. I want to share an important message with us today. And please, I want you to be a blessing and spread this video. Let it go around. Um, the Bible said that people perish for lack of knowledge. What you don't know can kill you. What you don't know is bigger than you. You're a slave to something you don't know. You are a slave to something you don't know. So I want to share an important message with us, and I encourage you to post this message, share it with someone, and be a blessing. Okay, why do marriages abroad always have issues? Why do marriages in the Western world always face tensions? What is wrong with marriages abroad? Let me just put it that way. What is wrong with marriages, especially for immigrants, especially for those that travel from Africa and other parts of the country and they go to the Western world? Why is it that sometimes their marriages face tensions? I want to share one or two things with us, right? Number one, if God didn't ask you to travel and you travel, you're on your own. I don't care if they give you a visa or not. That they issued you visa doesn't mean God asked you to travel. So if God did not at any time tell you it's time for you to leave your country, just like God spoke to Abraham, leave your father's house and I will show you a land. If God did not ask you to travel and you pack your children and your wife, sell your business and come here, whether America or UK or Europe, wherever, if God did not speak to you to travel and you travel, you are on your own. It's a wrong foundation already. What it means that God is not with you in that travel. God is not with you in that travel. You are on your own. I know this is a shock, right? It doesn't matter if they give you visa or not. You are on your own. God can only provide for what he commands. If God did not command something, if God did not commission something, and you go and commission it yourself, you're on your own. So don't call him when you start facing problems in your marriage abroad. All right? Number two, wrong agenda. I have a note, so in case if you see me looking at my notes. Number two, wrong agenda. Some people marry for paper. Now, this for the singles. You know, you are in Africa and you feel like, oh, the economy is bad. Then you connect with somebody on Facebook or social media. With the purpose to travel for paper. You know you don't love the person. You know in your heart, you know you don't love this old woman. The person is older than you, way older than you, but you want to travel. You are lying to the person and you travel. That's a wrong agenda, personal agenda, selfish agenda. That marriage cannot work. Why? Because you have a bad agenda already. Okay? Number three. I want to make sure that this video is not long. Number three, most marriages abroad has no intimacy. There is no oneness, right? Most marriages abroad, what most people do is contract. They don't do covenant. In covenant, you don't keep secrets. In covenant, you don't say my car, my money, my this, my that. Don't tell me what to do. You know, I can do whatever I want to do. I can go wherever I want to go. That is contract. In covenant, you are vulnerable. You are open. You share things. Everything belongs to you. The phone I'm using to record this video belongs to my wife. The phone she has in the house belongs to me. If you go to T-Mobile computer, their system, this phone might have my name on it, but my wife has access to it. She has access to all my passwords. I have access to all her passwords. So most marriages abroad, what they do is contract. Everybody's hiding something. Everybody has an agenda. And as long as you have an agenda in marriage, it will not work. As long as your marriage, you are keeping secret, it will not work. I don't care who you are. If you like, be married for 50 years. I tell people, the secret to success in marriage is not experience, it's wisdom. The Bible said through wisdom is a house built. What is house? Your marriage, your home. So what makes marriage work is not experience. Some people will say, oh, you don't have experience. I don't need experience. I need wisdom. What is wisdom? God's instruction. I go to the Bible. What did the Bible say? Love your wife as Christ loves the church and sacrificed his life for her. That is what I need, to love my wife as. How does Christ love the church? Sacrificially. Right? So you don't need experience to work your marriage, right? And I'm saying this with caution. So why am I saying this? Marriages abroad, everybody wants to do their own thing. Nobody wants to be told what to do. Wife does not want to submit to the husband. Husband has a side chick somewhere at work. Let me not even go into that. I don't want to go into that. Let me go to my next point because of time. Why do marriages abroad have tensions and problems? Number 4, the spirit of independence. The spirit of independence, the spirit of individuality. Some say they are feminists. Now, when I'm talking about feminism, I'm against the oppression of women. I don't oppress my wife. My wife has the right to tell me her mind, to share her mind with me, to make suggestions in our marriage, and I listen to her. As long as what she's saying is right, I listen to her. Of course, she knows the right way to approach me. You don't argue me when you want to tell me something. She knows already. Before I married her, she knows all these things. If I will listen to you, don't come with argument, don't come with disrespect. So she knows. When she tells me something, I look into it. Sometimes I pray about it and I do what she said. All right. So I'm against the oppression of women. Your wife is not your slave. I must say this. And but when it comes to feminism that want to liberate women, my question is, are you under bondage in the first place? Nobody is holding you hostage anywhere. So you are trying to liberate yourself from what? If you have a good marriage, what are you liberating yourself from? What some people don't know is that the street is a jungle. You see, you need to go to the street. Ask those women that left their husband, ask them questions. If they will be honest with you, they will tell you they cry at night. They cry. You see, there are certain things me and my wife handle. Sometimes I'll look at her and I'll say, two of us handling these things, trying to juggle these things is still very tough. It's still very tough to handle bills abroad. Two people. Two people. It's not easy with two people. Not to talk of one person. So you have to be careful. Those of you who are trying to join the league of divorcees, I don't want to go into that. There are sensitive things I don't want to say here. Be careful who you call your friend. If your friend is a divorced person or has left their husband or their wife, be careful. Be careful the kind of friends you make and what they tell you, the kind of advices they give you. Some of them will tell you, you don't need a husband, come out from that marriage. Then they will laugh at you, they'll mock you behind your back. Be careful, please. One of the things that fight marriage abroad is the spirit of independence. The wife wants to do her own thing, husband wants to do his own thing. Nobody wants to be accountable. You leave the house, you don't tell anybody where you're going. You spend your money, you call it your money. For me, it's not your money, it's our money. Yeah, my money belongs to my wife. Her money belongs to me, it's our money. It's our phone, it's our car. This car I'm using belongs to my wife too. Everything belongs to both of us. Nobody's hiding nothing. See, I will say it again. As long as you have a secret, your marriage will not work. If you like, go and keep a secret with your father in the village, with your mother in the village, with your siblings. Tell them secrets you don't tell your spouse. Your marriage will not work. Take it to the bank. It will not work. As long as you have a secret that your spouse does not know, you are hiding it. Your marriage, you will not experience the highest level of intimacy, and you will not maximize the potential of your marriage if there is secret in that marriage. You will not maximize it. Some of you have friends that your spouse doesn't know. You have certain people you talk to. Your wife doesn't know. Your husband doesn't know that you are talking to this person. You might even use a different name to save their number. You are deceiving yourself. Listen, you are deceiving yourself. That marriage will not know the highest level of peace and calmness because of the spirit of individuality and independence. You don't want your husband to tell you what to do. See, the Bible said, Sarah called Abraham my Lord. Do you know what it means for a woman to call her husband my Lord? And the same Bible said, look at your mother, Sarah. The Bible was speaking to women. It said, look at your mother, Sarah, and imitate your mother. Do like she does. Most women in church today, you don't want to look at your mother. You don't even want to submit to your husband. You want to do your own thing because you feel like you are making money. The same man that suffered to marry you, pay your bride price, took care of you. Some of you took you to school, help you to pay down your school loan. Now you are making more money. He is nobody to you. You want to keep your own money. And you tell him, oh, I just want to keep my own money. Please don't disturb me. You are the head. You should pay all the bills. Let me tell you what will happen. That man will keep working hard to pay all the bills. He will have high blood pressure. He will have stroke. Then he will stop working and you will start paying all the bills by yourself. So if you like, keep putting pressure on your husband. I'm coming to the man. As a woman, keep putting pressure on him. Put much pressure on him. Let him get 2 jobs and work and work and work. Develop high blood pressure, have heart attack, probably have cancer. Then stop working. Then you as the woman, you have no option. You will start paying all the bills by yourself. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Right? Anyway, let me not go further. And you as the man, you want to do your own thing. Some men, you leave your wife, travel to Africa, you say you have a building project. Meanwhile, you went to see your girlfriend. You went to sleep with girls and messing up with your life. Listen, if you don't want to marry, stay single and leave that woman alone. You can't go out and be sleeping with girls, bringing demons into your house. Some of the girls you are sleeping with are possessed. They are sleeping with other men. You are bringing demons into your marriage and you expect that woman to still sleep with you. Are you kidding me? It's not like that. Please, let's apply wisdom. I keep saying this. If you don't want to work together with your wife or with your husband, stay single or let the person go. Let the person go. Listen. I'm a minister of the gospel. But do you see this kind of marriage that somebody will be treating somebody bad and saying, well, he will not divorce me or she will not divorce me because I know this person is a church person. The Bible is against divorce. I will oppress him. I will oppress her. She will not go anywhere because the Bible is against divorce. You are joking. You are joking. You are joking. You can't oppress somebody and expect them to stay with you. Are you out of your mind? Let me go to the next point. The next thing that fight marriage abroad is stress. Stress. People don't make out time for their family. They don't make out time for their wife and children. Your work is not more important than your marriage. Listen. Your work is not more important. Before I got married, I used to work even on my day off. Before, when I was a single man, on my day off, I was hitting it. 16 hours, hitting it. The moment my wife joined me, I said, I will never ever work on my day off. Never, ever. On my day off, I stay at home with her. Yes, I stay at home with her. Please, your marriage, your home is more important than your work. Yes, we want to pay bills. Yes, we want to make dollars. You see that dollar? The day something will happen to your health, the day you will lay at the hospital and they say you are sick, they will hire somebody and put in your place. Value your marriage more than you value your job. That's all I have to say. And make out time. Put structures in your marriage. Make out time for your outing, your couple's date night. Make out time. Make out time. This video I'm making, this is my weekend off. I didn't work yesterday, being Saturday. And today they called me to come to work. I said, no. 1, I have to be in church. 2, I have to stay with my wife. So please, make time for your marriage. Make out time for your spouse. That money you are making, who are you making it for? If you don't spend time with the person, that's the question you need to ask yourself. The next one, another big problem that marriages abroad have is issue of finance. Issue of finance. The number 1 cause of divorce abroad is money. People don't want to put their money together. And I want to say this, if there is no financial transparency and accountability in your marriage, I don't trust your marriage. I don't trust it. And I will never ever see such marriage as my role model. Right? I see people who say, oh, the man is the head, he's the provider, he will provide everything. Listen, when the Bible said that the man is the head and provider, it doesn't mean he's the one to provide all the money. That's not it. In fact, he's not talking about money. He's not talking about money. The man is providing vision and direction for the family. Okay, let me ask you, what if he loses his job? So he stops being the head because he lost his job, right? He will not be the head again because he's lost his job. So the position or the responsibility on the man as the head is not dependent on money. It's not dependent on provision. What if tomorrow the wife start making more money than him? So the man should keep paying all the bills because he's the head. Please, let's be careful. I keep saying this. A couple that cannot put their money together and work together, they will never know the highest level of potential of that marriage. That marriage will keep having problem. Money can cause divorce, right? And let me say this. That's my next point. Family pressures from home, from Africa. Let me say this. Now, for example, I have 8 siblings. Now, imagine that I am keeping my own money, in quotes, and my wife is keeping her own money. Then I have 8 siblings and each of them are calling for money. They will call me for money. Each of them are calling. And this person doesn't know that the other person called. The other person doesn't know that the other person called. And my wife too, she has siblings. There are about 6 of them. So each person is calling. Each of them are calling her for money. So if on both sides we are sending money home, I'm sending to my people, she's sending to her people, do you think we will have savings to even take care of our children? Do you think we will have savings for our own children to go to school? So, you see why I said work together? Because sometimes family members innocently will destroy your marriage. If you don't work together and come together and team up and have a budget, monthly budget, how you spend money, family members will collect all the money. Why? Because I have this, you have sentiment for your siblings. Oh, my siblings. Oh, they want to pay their house rent. Oh, I don't want my brother to be homeless. Then my wife people, they are the siblings of my wife, we're collecting from her. At the end of the day, there will be no savings. Anyway, let me not push this. May God give you understanding. Let me tell you, and I'll go to the next point. Every money that leaves my house, I'm aware, my wife is aware. No money leaves without our discussion. We'll talk about it. If anybody in both families is asking for money, I and my wife will talk about it. Then we'll release the money. Don't think that you'll call us, you call my wife or you call me, corner me and say, oh, give me something. I will discuss with my wife. Why? Because my wife's name is on the account. When my wife joined me, I went to the bank. I said, add her to the account. The bank manager said, why? Why do you want to add her? I said, because she's my wife. Add her there. She's my wife. Add her to the account. She has to know. It's her money. Money is a god. We should be careful. Money is a god. Hey, God. I've seen money tear marriages apart too. We have to be careful. This thing is a god. All right. Next point, which is the final one. No planning. All right. So the last point I want to discuss on this video is issue of spending and planning. Issue of planning. If you don't have a plan for your spending, you will struggle in your marriage. You should have a plan. You should be intentional. Planning cures disorder. Planning cures confusion. Planning brings clarity. It clears your head. When you sit down and have a budget, monthly budget, how to spend money, you account for where each dollar is going. You don't spend out of impulse. You don't spend to meet up with pressure. Somebody's trying to pressure you to spend. Your coworker changed their car or their phone and you want to do the same. That's not wisdom. So to survive in your marriage abroad, you must learn how to, let me say this, you shouldn't have bad friends. Stay off bad friends, all right? The kind of friends you keep will determine if your marriage will work abroad. Let me tell you this. And avoid those that will put pressure on you to do what you didn't plan to do, all right? Some people, let me end with this. There are those who are preserving their marriage, making it to work, working together with their spouse, helping their wife in the kitchen, and they will tell you the opposite. They will deceive you. When I was single, 2 Nigerian men told me something in church. They said, Broima, when you get married, you should use tough hand, a difficult hand to handle your wife. They say Nigerian women are very stubborn. Use tough hand to handle her. So when they were giving me the advice, I know that it's coming from a dangerous place to ruin my life. The next day, I saw one of them shopping for his wife. The same person that said I should use difficult hand on my wife came to shop for his wife. We have to be careful who is advising us. We have to be careful who you call your friend. I don't have a friend my wife doesn't know. She doesn't have a friend I don't know. Be careful who you call your friend abroad if you want your marriage to work. A friend can sow a seed in your marriage and destroy your marriage. Be careful. The person you are talking with constantly, especially when your spouse is not there, the person you are chatting with can ruin your marriage. Be careful. God bless you. And share this video with somebody. Let it go around. Bless you.